Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. When last we left off, Sar'ken was a bear! And there's also another bear! And Sharwin, who is not a bear. Let's actually stop being polymorphed. I think there is a way to stop this. Yep, cancel polymorph. We're back to being not a bear. We have a few things we need to sell. We also have a few things we need to hand over at the Moonstone mask. We should probably go over while we're there and hand over the various items. Do need to hand over the two things we have recovered. We should get a fair reward for that. I think. I hope, anyway. Here we go. Hello, Ophala.
Greetings to you again. Have you come to sample the delights of our company in the back room? Or is this about business?
I have an art object you might be interested in. You do? I've been looking for a few things. Tell me what it is you have. Describe securing the portrait from Rumbottom. Thank you. I never cared for his uncle, but Thoms had this painting on some rather sensitive parchment. I couldn't leave it in his care. Besides, this might get him off my back. He doesn't care much for the Moonstone mask. I think he's got a condition. Here, I'll pay you now for this piece. Excellent work. 400 gold should satisfy your pockets. There is more for you to retrieve. Return when you have it, and I'll reward you. I'll give you more when all three objects are in my possession as well. We'll describe securing the urn from Hodge. There's no real value to the urn, but I love messing with Hodge. If you happen to spoil some scheme he was working on, all the better. Here, I'll pay you now for this piece. Excellent work. 400 gold should satisfy your pockets. And there indeed is more for us to retrieve, but 800 gold is not a bad reward in itself. Now, we do want to go to the Shining, Arms and Armor, because we have a few things we want to sell. Namely, magical things, actually, that we're not going to be using. We're not going to be using magical, clubs or...
Hello?
Or, what's the other thing? A spear? No, it's a...
Hello?
Let's see what you have for sale. Ooh, his reaction is favourable. We can get 583 gold for the magic club. Excellent. We can also get 72 gold for that. 4 gold for that. We don't need Soundburst. I don't think we need a copper necklace or a mace. All these books. Don't need any of these books. Just sell the books off immediately. What else do we need? Well, there are a few keys that we don't necessarily need. We don't need the spear, that's for sure. We also don't need these bolts, but he won't buy them. He also won't buy those. He will buy the poisoned arrows, though. 806 gold. Not bad, actually. Not bad. We'll sell these random little bits. We don't need these gems. We don't really need that either. We can't use it. We're not bard, sorcerer, wizard. We can't use it. Negative energy ray. Not a fantastic spell. We could get these gauntlets identified. They are gloves of the minstrel. I'm not sure we can hand them over to Sharwin. If we could, that'd be really handy. But I don't think the game's going to let us. So right now we have 3,542 gold. That is a lot of gold. And we're also going to sell these arrows to get even more gold. We now have 4,000 gold. And while we're here, let's open this up and see what's in here that we can sell. Like a chain shirt. We might as well sell it. And in fact, while we're here, we might as well see what other things we can put in here that we could... Actually, there isn't really much else we can put in here. We can put that in there. We could sell this wand of negative energy. I'm not sure if we can use it. I'm pretty sure we can't, but it's always going to remain valuable, and its weight is pretty slim. Just put that in there if we really want to stop the weight being a problem. There's not really much else we really need to secure. In terms of armour, there is a large shield +1 for 1,000 gold, which I will consider taking. We also have weapons-wise, hopefully there is a magical scimitar that we can get. There aren't many magical weapons, I don't think, that he has. There's heavy flail, No, he doesn't seem to have any really good magic weapons, which is not wonderful. There are a few random things, an amulet of natural armor +1, a ring of protection. These rings just shed light. You could always do with one of them at some point, but not just yet. I'd probably get the one that has the blue light. There's a glittering necklace that also provides the same thing, but I do believe we're actually wearing a, we're wearing magic rings in general, so we're wearing just a silver ring here though, so we could do with a glowing magical ring at some point. Right now, however, we are in fact done with selling things, and we have two other areas. Hello, dog. We have two other areas we could go to, or rather three. Beggar's Nest, the Peninsula District, or the Black Lake District. We're going to go to the Peninsula District next. There is one particular reason why we'd want to go there, and that is because we have Sharwin with us. There is also a courtesan here that we can talk to. The courtesan is actually someone I do think you can get a specific dialogue with. So out of all the people here, let's talk to the courtesan. Though barely dressed, this woman meets your gaze immodestly. She would be quite comely if not for the obvious signs of the plague developing. Ah. Think she's going to unfortunately die. And I think this is why we have this specific dialogue.
Bonjour. Hello.
Aye now, how about a lad like yourself takes a lass like me for an evening of pleasure? Only a gold or two? No more. Could I ask you some questions? Oh, fine, fine. It's not like the gold is leaping into my lap today after all. Why are you out here on the street? You're sick. You should be inside somewhere. Inside where? When you has the plague, nobody wants to take you in. You ain't got no family even, and I ain't setting foot in the Moonstone Mask. No way. Why wouldn't you go to the Moonstone Mask? Don't like the matron mother none, that of Fala. Something not right with her, I says. That and the Moonstone has too many rules. No, the only place for me is out in the streets. That way when I die, I ain't far from the pile over yonder. How has the plague affected your trade? Ha! You'd think it would be bad, that us girls would find nary a customer in all of Neverwinter who'd lie with us for a night, eh? Not at all, says I. The souls of this city, they all think they're going to die. Convinced of it they are, so they pile together in the Moonstone mask looking for a last bit of joy. And they even look for me. There's folks of the Wailing Death. They ain't deserved it none. They want a bit of joy just the same, and I won't be turning them away none. Is there anything going on in this area of the city? There's always things going on in the core. Most of it's out of reach of the ears, however, except maybe the urgent whispering of dying men. Maybe you've heard something of interest? Depends. You can go to Castle Never. 'Tis interesting enough. Send them me love, if you would. Walk around if you wish. I'm sure you'll find all sorts to interest you, lad. Let me ask you something else, then. Can you tell me anything about the plague? I can tell you plenty about the plague, from personal experience, in fact. Anything specific you wanted to know, I? Have you heard of anything about strange animals in the area? Strange animals? You mean beasts? No, I've heard nothing about any beasts in these parts. If you tell me that there's beasts roaming about the core, well, I don't want to hear none of it. There's enough death coming for me in the nights as it is. Is there something else you wanted, then? And then go, goodbye. A working girl does not normally beg to make her keep, my lord. But there ain't no normal times. Could you spare some kindness, mayhap? Now, you can waste a coin, I think not, as an option. You can also offer a quick and painless death, which is also not a very good option. Pretty evil option there. Then you have I have nothing to give, which is not true. I actually have a lot to give. Sar'ken is chaotic good, and will do the good thing here. She has the Wailing Death. And I imagine that when she dies, there will be a group of people that need her support that won't have it anymore. Her children, for instance, might very well just be left abandoned on the street to die. So when I normally talk to this character, I normally take this option. Take this, 100 gold pieces. Go and find someplace warm tonight and rest. You're too kind, my lord. Bless you. Bless your heart. My babes will live once I'm gone. Bless you. You don't get much, you don't get any experience. You do get 7 points towards good alignment. Sar'ken most certainly is good. 98 points good, in fact. So let us go and talk to the guard. This person is clearly agitated. From his haggard appearance, it's fair to surmise the plague has turned his life upside down. Hello, Salter.
I greet you, my child.
Please, good sir, can you help? We have lost family to the plague, and escaped convicts in the Peninsula District prevent us from even mourning in our own homes. Perhaps I could help? I don't know if you can or not. I'm not sure what has gone wrong in there. I just know that if we try to go back to our homes, we'll be killed. If there's something you can do, please, I'm begging you, help us. Can I ask you some questions? I don't know what someone like me could tell you. All I know is that none of us can go home. The guards do nothing. The peninsula is unimportant with the plague taking a larger toll. Goodbye. Goodbye, I guess. Please, if you have a chance, can you please look into the trouble in the peninsula? We have no one else to turn to.
I greet you.
Here is Maureen here. This woman is obviously upset. From a haggard appearance, yep, it's turned her life upside down. What do you want? I thank you for your sympathy, if that's what you've come to offer, but the guards have already given us plenty of good wishes. Unfortunately, it doesn't help get our homes back. The peninsula is all but overrun by escaped criminals. We've lost everything to them. Why doesn't anyone do something about it? Could I ask you some questions? I can't talk to anyone. I don't want to. I just want to be able to go home. Why am I telling you this? You can't take on the whole of the Peninsula District. I do have a bear. Is that your bear? Yes. I in fact can also turn into a bear. Maybe you can take on the whole Peninsula District. There is a merchant here. Let's see what you're selling.
Can I help you?
Step right up. I've got just what you're looking for. My shop ain't what it used to be, but I'm still a shopkeeper nonetheless. What have you got? Yours are favourable. Cloak of protection, not terrible. Might actually buy that. Might actually buy the cloak of protection. It's 1,000 gold. Pretty good value that. Might do so. I mean, 21 armor class is a lot, but 22 armor class might be pretty good. In fact, I will wait, just in case I get a ring of protection. If I get a ring of protection, they don't stack. Let's talk to the guard. Hello.
Well met.
The Whaling's taken its Whaling Tavern. No, you don't want to go to there. It's full of whaling death. The Whaling's taken its toll beyond these gates, lad, making it a dangerous place. Lady Arabeth has ordered us to restrict access. In other words, if you want access to Peninsula District, you're going to need quarantine clearance, understood? Lady Arabeth has assigned me to temporary militia duty. Do you actually have any proof of that? Actually, she handed me no particular documents. Oh, alright then. Aye, there was word you'd be hiring on adventurers to help fill the ranks. What can I do for you then? Could I ask you some questions about the Peninsula District? I suppose I can answer a few questions for you, lad. Go ahead. Is there a way I can help out in there? Well, Commander Sebil came tearing through here on militia orders a while back, but I probably shouldn't be talking about that. There's enough rumors in this city already without me adding to them. Look, I'm here to help, remember? I suppose you're right. Success on the Persuade! Good reason to have that skill. Apparently there's been a bit of a prison break. She got sent to mop it up. If you want to know more about it, I suggest you talk to Commander Sebil in person. She'll have temporary headquarters set up somewhere in the district. Is there something else you wanted to know? How bad is it in there? It's pretty bad. I certainly wouldn't go in unequipped. Gate Captain Kip can brief you once you're on the other side. Something else you wanted to know? What place I should look out for in the Peninsula District? There's not much there, to be honest. With the prison up atop of the rise and all, most reputable folk and businesses steer clear. You should probably talk to the Gate Captain Kip on the other side. He could fill you in. There's not really much else I want to know. So let's go in. Hopefully there'll be nothing horrendous going on the other side, like dying. But fortunately there's no man's land between it. Ooh, there is Gate Captain Kip. A smartly dressed and ordered militia captain, he shares the weary look of those around under him, however. The plague is a strain on everyone.
Well met.
If you're going into the peninsula, keep your head up. There's been a prison break and the place is crawling with trouble. How did they escape? Rumour is that Captain Alafin, the head, I don't know how to say that word. Gowler? The head Gowler set them free. Makes no sense to me. He was a good man and ran a tight ship. Where's this prison? Southwest of here, we're top of the hill. It commands a great view of the harbour. Not that the prisoners ever got to see it. Are any areas still safe? Sedos Sibyl is the one in charge of the operation. The prisoners have her pretty much penned in, but she managed to secure a headquarters to the southeast. If you're looking for help, I'd recommend you go see her. She has better information on what's going on than I do. Does the militia have a plan of attack? For now, everyone's just trying to figure out what's going on. Someone's going to have to go into that prison, though, and get to the bottom of it. Thanks for the warning. If you want to thank me, go talk to Sedos Sibyl at headquarters. You could definitely use your help clearing up the head Gowler's mess. Anything to loot? We are looking for something in this district, actually. Something important. Which means we're going to be going to all sorts of buildings. Like this house. This house has a forlorn woman. What are you doing in my home? Oh, as if there isn't enough trouble around here. This woman is obviously upset. Let's talk to her, shall we? Hello.
'Tis a pleasure to speak with you.
Who are you? I hope you're a guard. We need more around here. There's trouble in the prison and nobody's doing much about it. Shouldn't the prison officials handle it? You would think that. Commander Elfin is the head Gowler there. He's always been so kind to us. He was a good man once. What do you mean, once? Oh, nothing. I don't know who to trust these days. Please tell me, I'm here to help. Oh, very well. The prisoners who escaped are saying that it was the head Gowler himself who set them loose. The prison, eh? How do I get there? Just find your way up to the top of the peninsula. The guards walk that path twice a day, although I suppose it's a fair bit dangerous now. Don't worry, ma'am. I'll look into it. It's good that there are still decent folk around in these times. Best of luck to you, then. Please don't loot any of my stuff. You're looting my stuff, aren't you? I may be looting your stuff.
Sorry.
Okay, I can't loot up there, but I did loot your 2 gold.
Look, if you're going to loot my stuff, please don't loot the stuff right in here. You looted the stuff right in there, didn't you?
Sorry. I'm going now. Game's not going to stop me from looting it. There is somewhere that we apparently need to go and find stuff. We are, however, in the northeastern part of the district. Oh, escaped prisoners. They are easy rating, though. Still wearing the tatters of his prison uniform, this escaped prisoner has the vicious look of someone with nothing to lose. If he has nothing to lose, we have to be very careful. They are inevitably going to attack us. And I do not want to get attacked. However, we are probably going to inevitably have to get attacked. Oh, here we go.
To whatever gods you worship.
There indeed are some militia soldiers who have been killed by the militia guard. I didn't actually have to get involved there at all. Let's loot things. Like this ale. Always useful to have. Actually, I'm not sure there's any situation in this game where the ale is useful. A gold piece, however, is always useful. Just
Fair
not
enough.
by itself. Oh, you're attacking it. Could you try just unlocking it instead?
Fair enough.
You gonna try just unlocking it? Nope, don't think so. Nope, we are not gonna be able to open that. However, this one has 13 gold.
Fair enough.
And can you unlock this one? Yes, yes you can. Excellent. And while sar'ken admires the view
Done and done.
and picks up these 14 gold and 8 arrows, that's a lot of loot. When we return, we shall, with any luck, explore the Peninsula district and not die horribly to prisoners. What do you think, sir? What do you think, Crumpet? Do you think we have a chance here? No. Thanks, Crumpet. You're welcome. I'll catch you next time, and I'll see you then. Later.